So now that you've added all your colors, and you can even highlight the different cells, whatever color you want. Like for example, I use red for red. You don't have to do that, but you can if you want. Highlight those colors, the cells. Do the same thing that you did before with the little paint box, or you can just leave them with the words in them. That's fine. So in the next step, I want you to click on column B, and that whole column will highlight. It's all highlighted yellow or whatever color you chose. And in the first row under column B, I want you to click on that cell. That cell will kind of just pop up and highlight. And so under next to the FX, you can type up the words that you want to put in there. And so for this, I want you to put amount or how many with a question mark. This will where the column that you're going to add all your numbers in. So the first thing I want you to do is in row 1, column B, I want you to put in how many question mark or amount. All right, so this is going to be tricky, but I think you can do it. It's going to be exciting. All right, so the next thing I want you to do is you're going to click on cell, your last cell of your colors in column B. So mine is green. It's the last color that I have. And you'll see that little cell highlight or border in blue. And so next in that on that cell block, you'll see a little dot. Now, what I want you to do, this is tricky, but you can do it. Go ahead and click on that dot. You'll hold it down and drag it up to the last cell for your uh, colors. Okay? And then let go of that click and it'll highlight all those cells. Okay? This may take a little practice to get it down, but you'll see all those cells kind of highlight up to let you know that you've selected all of them. Okay, so do that now. It may take a little practice, but you can do it. Okay, so I'm going to give you option 1 to do this little step. What you're going to do is you're going to click on your Insert tab at the top of your toolbar. Insert tab will open up and it'll show some different options. And I want you to find where it says Function. And you'll see a little sideways M turn to the side of it. That is Function. Okay? And then under Function, you'll see a little dot or an arrow on the other side of it. There's going to be a list of functions that you can choose from. And so click on that little arrow and you'll see a list pop up of different functions. And I want you to click on the function sum, S-U-M. And so when you do that, it'll add, that sum means adding all those cells up that you highlighted. So go ahead and do that now. And this is option 1. If you can't get it, I'll show you option 2 on the next slide. All right, so you did option 1, and if it worked, great. Don't worry about this option 2. But if you had some problems with that, it didn't seem like it worked, try this. So in option 2, to find your function key, you're going to use, on the very end of your toolbar, you'll see 3 little dots on the end there. Okay, you're going to click on the 3 little dots. And then you'll see at the bottom, right underneath there, you'll see a little sideways M. Okay, that's your function icon. That little sideways M is function. That's what that means. Okay, and then when you click on that, all your functions for spreadsheets will go down list. And so at the very first one, the very first on your list should be sum, S-U-M. This is what's going to add up all your information for those cells that you highlighted. So go ahead and try that. Hopefully that worked a little bit better. And click on that and then move on to the next. Okay, so we're almost there. Way, you're so exciting. So now that you should you have collected your, add in your sum. You should see like a little formula um, in that little cell saying sum, parentheses, B2 through B5 or whatever cells that you have selected above it. So you'll see a little formula of numbers and letters in there, okay? And that's okay. That means that you've added that sum formula in there to add everything up. If you don't see it, maybe try it again, or if you just see a zero, that's okay. That means it's in there. It just may not have shown you that formula. It just says you have it in there, okay? Zero means nothing's added in there yet. So once you see that, you've got that set up, let's go to the last step. Hey, in the last step for this activity, you get to add in the numbers of items that you have. So let's say you have 5 red candies. You put the number 5 in the cell right next in column B in row 2. Um, blue, yellow, green, you start adding up all those different sorted colors that you have in the different columns under row B or column B. Okay. And so when you start putting those numbers in there, you'll see in your total row, you'll see those numbers start adding up automatically. You've added you've added that sum function, and that function is acting like a calculator. It'll add up all the numbers that you put in there automatically for you. So you don't have to add them up yourself. You can add them up using that sum function, like a calculator. Okay. So hopefully you have fun with this. Just again, make sure you count your items, put in the number of items for each color that you have put in there. If you don't have that color, put a zero. But at the very bottom where it says total, you should see that little box with the sum function in it. It'll have that total number added up for you. Yay, good job. You did it. You made a spreadsheet. All right, now you can just see if you can take the time to share it with me if you haven't yet. Um, Go ahead and click on the share um, little icon on the corner, right-hand corner. And you can put my email or find my name, see if you can send it to me. If not, you can take a picture of it and send it to me that way through email. And then click next to go to your quiz to see if you learned, remember what all you learned. And you did a great job. This is awesome. And again, this is just one thing you can do with spreadsheets. You can do lots of different things, but this is just one little activity. And hopefully it helped you organize your data that you collected. And you can use this again in the future as you continue on with your school career. All right. Good job.